This is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them. Welcome, songwriters, friends of the song, and fans of great music. Pull up a chair around the dining room table. From his home in Nashville, Tennessee, here's your host, songwriter and storyteller, Dave Linehan.
Well, again, we thank you for finding our podcast. We know there's tons of them out there, and we appreciate you being with us on the Songwriter Connection. We try to focus in on songwriting, the craft, and make your songs better. But, you know, music is a business, and occasionally we have to dip into the business side. And if you talk to a lot of songwriters today, and we try to stay so positive on this show, but there are a lot of jaded songwriters, you know, because it's hard to make a living writing songs today. You know, there's all kinds of problems with that. I mean, first of all, the internet has robbed us from mechanical royalties, which is when you sell a CD. People aren't buying CDs. As you know, they're streaming them. Vinyl sales are going up, so that's one positive thing. The interesting thing about we talk about how it's a double-edged sword. It's a lot easier to get your music out there, but a lot harder to get paid. And that's just one of the problems. The other problem that you hear a lot is getting these songs heard. You can write a great song, and I don't care. I've heard some amazing songs that have never been cut. And I hold that some of the greatest songs ever written in Nashville are never heard because they don't get to the right people. And that's a problem. If you're thinking, well, how do I get my song to Blake Shelton? I know if he heard it, it would be a hit, right? I've heard that before. And so that's a problem too. Less than 3% of songs are getting heard by the decision makers. And there are a lot of good gatekeepers out there that work for the A&R people and for the publishers and the labels. And there's this no unsolicited material being accepted. You can subscribe to Rofax, which is a publication that tells you who's cutting what, but so many times they're not going to take your song. There's legal issues with that. You know, oh, they stole my song, you know. So what do? Well, I've got a solution for you today. And I've always said that it's going to take smarter minds than me to figure this out. I think we've got one of those smarter minds in the room right now. Please welcome Charlie Mangus on the show. And I'm sorry about messing up your name. I was an old jazz DJ, so Charlie Mangus was an amazing jazz musician.
No problem.
It's Magnus, right?
Mangus.
I'm sorry to mispronounce your name.
That's okay.
But it's really good to have you around the dining room table.
Thank you, Dave. I appreciate being here.
You've got a really cool concept, and I want to have to tell you this just to set it up a little bit. Charlie's a very successful businessman, very smart guy, but he's also a songwriter. And so you kind of decided, like me, to mix two of your passions together and to help other folks. Yeah. So tell me all about this. Oh, you may have probably been seeing it's bubbling underneath. You've been every now and then on the socials. You may have come across the Okie Music Collective, and this is the guy behind it.
All right. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate you having us on the show. Yeah, Okie Muse was an idea that I had several years ago when I kind of left what I was doing. Sort of tried to semi-retire from my other company. And so I wanted to go back to doing what I was wanting to do when I was 20, which is songwriting. And so I came up to Nashville and I spent the last 5 years seeing all the things that were going on with songwriters and how difficult it was and not making money on streaming and those kinds of things. And so the concept I thought, okay, well, let's look at it from a business standpoint. And so when I looked at that, there was just a few pieces missing over about a period of 2 years that came to pass. And one of those things was that partial generative AI was available, and it came available for songwriters, which makes it incredibly affordable for them to be able to go in and record demos.
Yeah, prior to that, we're spending $500 to $2,500 on a demo, and you're not even sure it's going to get heard.
That's right.
And you know, the other thing too, you'd hear a publisher would say, "Well, if you change this about the song, well, now I got to go back in the studio and redo it."
Exactly. So it makes it affordable. So Okie Music Collective was born out of that. So the site itself is a demo discovery platform. It's not a typical DSP like you look at with Spotify and Apple, where your songs are getting out there mixed with commercial releases and big time artists, and they can get lost there. But the idea for Okie Muse was for songwriters to be able to upload their demos, create bios and profiles so fan engagement with the songwriter can happen. And then we created what we call the Backstage Pass. So we have industry professionals that are already on board.
You've got some big names.
We do have some big names, yeah, and they're already on board. And what they're able to do through our Backstage Pass system is to come in and listen to the music without the worry of possibly being sued. And that's done by special licensing. When you sign in as a songwriter with us, we have a different kind of licensing with us to be able to be the liaison between the industry and between the songwriter, given the permission by the songwriter to be able for the music industry to listen without the worry of being sued. So so that's one of the big things. So a lot of other fun things coming as well, but that's how it was born, and it has really taken off. We knew it would, but
and you're not officially launched yet, right?
We have not launched yet. No, we haven't launched, but we have a numerous amount of songwriters from all over uploading, and in all genres. So
that's the thing. All genres.
Yeah, all genres are on there. It's been quite a ride so far. We're recording and filming some different segments of things that we're doing, and we're really excited about.
I saw some of the podcast interviews that you've done, like with Joe Bizzelli and stuff, and it's so amazing what you're putting together, and it will launch this summer. You say sometime this summer.
Yes. Uh-huh.
So step us through. As a songwriter, I can put a profile up and put my bio and my picture and everything, and I can start uploading songs that I've demoed. So, and then people can listen, and you do a top 20 thing based on streams that you're getting?
Yeah, so that's coming. So the big thing for us is fan engagement. And
fan engagement. Okay.
So the app is coming out this summer, and fans will be able to follow their favorite songwriter.
Oh, cool.
They won't be able to download to their phone, but they'll be able to stream with inside the platform.
Gotcha.
And they'll be able to follow the songwriter. So when a songwriter comes on, they have their pictures, their videos they can upload. Fans can communicate with them if they allow that to happen. Where are they playing? There'll be maps that tells fans, well, I'm going to be in Idaho and I'm going to be playing.
Nice.
Things like that. So the fan engagement side of it is going to be huge for them. We believe that the songwriter is also an artist. I know a lot of times the people on stage are called the artists, but the people who are painting the portrait is the songwriter. And the people up on stage are the curator at the museum that brings that art to the world. And that's the way we want to look at Okie Muse, build them up. And you mentioned the top 20 countdown. So the top 20 countdown is something that is coming. And so when fans stream the song, that counts as a vote if the song came out weekly. Or it came out 1 week, they'll be able to stream the song, and when they do that, it moves up in the rankings. So per genre, you'll have a top 20 countdown that they'll be on. So
So you pick which genre that you want to represent.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. I guess I didn't realize it was a fan thing as well. I was thinking it was more just the songwriters and connecting the bridge between the songwriters and the producers and the publishers. But it's more than that, isn't it?
It is. And you mentioned about the percentage of songs that actually get recorded. It's around a little over 3%, maybe under 3%.
Which, kind of sounded high to me when I first read that statistic.
Yeah. So there are millions and millions of songs that are written every year, and they get lost on iPhones and they get lost in computers. Or the songwriter doesn't have the connections.
Or the money to record them.
Or the money. And the thing that you said earlier is something that I've always believed. Being a business person, the law of large numbers would dictate that if only 3% of the songs ever get heard, and there's millions of songs out there that are written, that tells you the law of large numbers states that many of the best songs that have ever been written have never been heard. And so we want that to be available on the site. Let people discover the music, discover their favorite songwriters, follow their favorite songwriters. but introduce them into the industry in a little bit different way. And so not just being out there on just regular DSPs. If somebody wants to do that, that's fine. The difference with us is that the songwriter has to own the publishing, or the songwriters have to own the publishing. It can't be a publisher or an AR or even an artist or anything like that. So,
and we should make it clear that you're not talking about taking any publishing or writing shares away from anybody.
Absolutely
you keep your own publishing.
That's right. So they keep their publishing. When the songs get listened to by the industry can come in and we change the color of the song title on the site and tag it to let other songwriters know, or let that songwriter know that somebody in the industry has listened to your song. If it gets cut, then the song moves off of our system, because we don't own the publishing. We don't want it. We don't want any part of that.
Gotcha.
What we're doing is we're a subscription-based model, and we're just trying to make it available. The struggles that I had are the struggles that I have sat down with, hit songwriters who wrote the #1 song of the year. I've had lunch with them. I've been through the process. I've talked to people in the industry. We want to make it to where the songs can get out there.
Was that the #1 complaint you were hearing?
Yeah. It is. Streaming, royalties on streaming and stuff like that is another thing that we heard a lot of. But our format is different from that.
Yeah. How so?
Because of the licensing, they sign, when a songwriter comes on, they sign a gratis international license with us. And so what this does is we're not paying royalties. We're not going to give you the $10 that you made on a DSP at the end of the year. But what they're doing is they're committing to us to say, okay, get my song out there. I want either fans to love it, and I want the industry to hear it. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we're about. That's what we're doing. And so,
just because you record a song and you release it on your own, I've been doing that. Like, use me for an example. I figured I have these songs. If nobody else is going to record them, I'm gonna, and I'll do the artist thing. What the heck? I mean, and I never consider myself as an artist, more of a songwriter, but I wanted to get them out there, and so that's what I did. Yeah. So the difference being is you can be on a Spotify and still not get heard, right? It doesn't mean they're going to download your song.
And a lot of artists won't cut a song if it's commercially released on those DSPs.
No, really? No kidding. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. Wow. So maybe you're doing yourself a disservice if you're doing that. Huh?
It just depends on what a person wants. If they want their music, and I was a person that put many of their songs that I had written out on those DSPs.
Did you? Yeah.
And some of them are still out there. But so the difference is quite stark between if you want to be a songwriter, you want to be an artist songwriter, do it. Mm-hmm. But if you want to be a songwriter that wants your music to get heard and possibly cut, this is a better format, in our opinion.
Yeah.
So that's why Okie Music is.
You charge for the service?
We do. Beginning this summer. Right now it's free, so if you're a songwriter right now, you can upload for free. You can create your bio. Your songs can still be seen in the Backstage Pass area for free. But beginning this summer, probably mid to late summer, it'll run about $19.95 a month.
Not bad.
And they'll be able to put it up there and let the world hear it. Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So I'm going to encourage people to do that now. Get on where do we get on the website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can go to okiemuse.com. That's OKIEMUZ.com.
Okay.
Go to the website. You can sign up there and start uploading your demos, your bios, your personal information about where you're playing.
You said videos too?
You can upload your videos. And there's a lot of other great things that are coming along too. You talked about the top 20 countdown.
Yeah.
Right now we're filming something called Live Rights. And we're filming another one actually tomorrow here in Nashville.
Yeah. Explain what that is all. I love this concept.
Okay.
Yeah.
Live Rights was an idea that I had, and I got together with our crew, and they loved the idea. And so what we're doing is we're bringing 3 to 4 songwriters in a studio and fresh. They haven't planned it out. They're writing a song in real time, about a 3-hour filming for about a 45-minute segment. At the end of it, they produce the full demo, and the full demo goes out to the Okie Muse website. And the very first one we did, we're on our third one. starting tomorrow. But the very first one we did went viral on TikTok.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's still going gangbusters. So people want to know whether you're a hobbyist songwriter or whether you're somebody that really wants to get your music out there. Right. Live Rights is just a unique program. And
it really is. It's so valuable for especially up-and-coming songwriters to see how it's done here in Nashville. The co-writing process, everything that goes into writing a song.
That's exactly right. And we're also filming this week in Nashville a new segment we're doing called How I Write.
I Write.
So there's two songwriters will be in the room, and they come at it from two different perspectives of how they come up with their hook, how they come up with their melody, how they come up with the chorus.
Love it.
And just interesting stuff, about 15 minutes in length, and some tutorials too as well.
How valuable is that to a songwriter? I mean, really, especially up-and-coming songwriter.
Oh, yeah.
It's great stuff.
Absolutely. And that's stuff that I would have been interested in, too, when I started. And I started writing coming up to Nashville. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So Live Rights has been, like I said, has been a real big deal. We got more podcasts coming as well. And so, yeah.
Great. You spoke about that and the viral sensation that it's been. I've got one of these songs. Can we play it?
Absolutely.
Okay, and set it up a little bit. This is the What Goodbye Does.
What Goodbye Does. So this song was written in real time on Live Rights. You can go to our website at Okie Music and see it. You can go out on YouTube and watch it.
Great.
The full thing. And you can listen to the demo. If you're a songwriter right now, you could listen to the demo if you signed up through our system for free right now. Mm-hmm. But in July or August, it may be midsummer, but when the app comes out, fans will be able to hear that demo.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear it right now.
What Goodbye
Is that
does.
okay? Can we do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, here we go.
You'll hear from all your friends. He's damn near lost his mind. Drinking till 2 a.m. Won't hardly recognize wrinkled shirt and a 5 o'clock shadow. Losing end of a broken heart battle. Girl, I'm just surviving. There ain't no surprise when I'm crying, no denying. You might find me on the ground in a knockdown fight with the neon light. Waking up when the sun starts going down. Not knowing where this is going. All I know is it's gonna be rough. Trying to get to the other side of us. Letting goodbye do what goodbye does. After a little while, you'll hear from all your friends. That boy got back his smile. Swear he's in love again. Girl, I ain't just surviving. Don't be surprised when I remind you of the guy who used to sweep you off the ground. Finally won the fight with the neon light. Got my head held high when the sun starts going down. Not knowing where this is going. All I know is it's looking up. Guess I got to the other side of us. Letting goodbye do what goodbye does. No, I ain't just surviving. So girl, don't be surprised when I remind you of the guy who used to sweep you off the ground. Finally won the fight with the neon light. Got my head held high when the sun goes down. Not knowing where this is going. All I know is it's looking up. Guess I got to the other side of us. Letting goodbye do what goodbye does. Goodbye does. Letting goodbye do what goodbye does.
Wow. You know what amazes me? When I hear great songs like that in writers' rounds or like we're just listening to right here, It's a shame that less than 3% of them are getting heard by decision makers in this business. And Charlie Mangus is here, and the Okie Music Collective is trying to change all that.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. Tell me about the writers on that song.
That is, the writers are Greg Wilson, Mike Vaughn, Jesse Felder, and Hallowdale.
Great writers.
They did our first live rides, and they just killed it. And if you haven't,
all have been on this show except for Mike, I think. Yeah, we have to get him on. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
If you haven't watched the YouTube on it, you need to, because if you're a songwriter, you're going to watch how the melody is derived. You're going to the ideas that they come up with and how they formulate it and how they add and subtract and take away. And does this make sense in the song? It's a story, right? It's a 3-minute story.
Oh yeah.
And that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to make sense from the beginning to the end. And it's really fascinating.
It really is.
Yeah.
You got to watch it. We're on YouTube. What's the channel?
It's the Okie Music channel on YouTube. Yeah,
check it out.
Yeah. Or you can go to the Okie Music site and see it too as well.
Okie Music site. Now, I've got another demo here that we're going to play after the break and find out more about this great new organization, which is launching this summer. So don't go away.
You're listening to the Songwriter Connection with Dave Linehan. Find us on Facebook and YouTube at the Songwriter Connection Podcast. And find Dave at thedaveconnection.com. Now back to the show with your host, Dave Linehan.
And a quick reminder that if you are watching on YouTube, to click like and subscribe. And let me tell you that the most important thing you could do for us is to tell one person, just one person, maybe who has an interest in music, in songwriting, to check out the podcast. Maybe there's something there that they would love to. Appreciate that. We publish each and every Wednesday morning, 2 o'clock Central Time in the United States. We've got listeners all over the world. And every time that we publish, I take a little time to put a couple songs out on our Spotify playlist, which is Songwriter Connection, the song. So check that out as well. Charlie Mangus is our guest, the CEO and founder of the Okie Music Collective, Okie Muse. And I'll tell you, it's a great idea, and I think it's just what we need in this industry right now. So I thank you for what you're doing.
Oh, well, appreciate it.
Yeah. What a concept. And again, coming from a businessman who looked at the business model and said, well, something isn't working out. What was the first thing you thought, we got to change?
Well, it's just the things that I experienced, the things that I went through. I spent.
Well, if you went through it, chances are we all did.
Well, I spent a lot of money recording and doing all of that, and then, to get them out on DSPs, I had to have a distributor to be able to do that. So I had to pay that to be able to get them out there. Yeah. And then had songs that had thousands and thousands of streams, but at the end of 12 months, you made enough to go to McDonald's. And,
they always say Waffle House. Yeah.
So that was a frustration for me, and that's a
lot of time and money. And even not even counting the time. Yeah. The time that you put in a song. These are the song we just listened to. Took about 3 hours to write. And, that's pretty good for a song. Sometimes it takes 3 and 4 sessions and in hours to get it just right. But you guys came up with a good song. A song that right in the pocket of what's playing on country radio today. Yeah. So it's pretty good. And you're giving everybody a chance to get heard.
That's right.
So that's really good. That's a real good idea. Now, that song was produced AI, right?
It was produced with AI, generative AI for the soundtrack and the vocal.
Now, when you talk about generative AI,
partial. We don't, to be on our site, you as a songwriter, you have to write the lyrics, you have to write the melody, you have to write the song. Right. You can't let AI do it. If you are, then you're removed from the site. But we do allow for the songwriter for affordability factor to be able to go in and use AI to generate.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, because there's quite a controversy in the industry right now. Our publisher is going to accept an AI song. And I'm not talking about, we did a whole couple of podcasts on this about the proper way to use it as a tool, not to write it for you. You've written the song, you've written the lyrics, you've put it all together, you did the homework, you just put it up on a Suno or something and got what a demo would sound like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they do a pretty good job. I mean, and they're getting better all the time.
Right.
But so you're talking about this bridge. It's becoming more acceptable, huh? As long as you've written the song.
Yeah, it is. There's places for example, we're in Nashville right now. There's entities right here in Nashville that are becoming more receptive to AI, partial AI, like Okie Music is. And so they're allowing it more and more.
I talked to a hit writer not too long ago who is really into it, but what he does is he takes all the tracks. If you sign on like Suno, there's a pro version, and you can download all the tracks into your DSP. Or what digital workstation, DWP, and then maybe sing over top of it, and that's the way he uses it. I don't have that ability to do that. I don't have that kind of equipment, but it's okay, right? If it's not my voice,
we'll accept that because there's a lot of songwriters that can't sing, and they
that's true.
And so they want it to sound as good as possible. So we do utilize it for that. But and so what we're also looking at doing when 2.0 comes out, and it'll probably be sometime next year, is creating our own generative AI within inside of our own structure.
Oh, no kidding!
So
wow.
It will be more. It will listen to demos more than anything. It won't really go out and do commercial listening and stuff, but it's going to be able to do that inside of our own ecosystem. So you won't have to go outside of it and pay extra. You'll be able to do it inside the system.
In Okie Music. Mm-hmm. That's incredible.
You'll have your own Zoom type of communication between other songwriters built into the system. We're on target to do a Google Doc type of writing within inside of our system, our own structure.
That's incredible.
So literally, you can stay inside you would be able to stay inside the system, write either online or do that, and then use generative AI to produce your demo.
Well, here's another aspect of songwriting that we preach a lot on this show is the importance of networking, getting to know other people in the industry and other songwriters so you can collaborate.
Yeah.
And that's something you can do right through your Okie Muse, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the other songwriters will be able to connect. And so the other good thing about AI for us is if you lived in Indiana and you write country music and there's somebody in London that also writes the same way you do, the same type of music that you do, AI will be able to put you two together as long as you're on our system, and it'll make recommendations for you to reach out, and you guys could write on Zoom. And
Isn't
so
that
you'll be able to communicate with each other on the system.
So I can click on somebody. Man, this Greg Wilson, he's amazing.
Absolutely.
I can click on and hey, buddy, want to write?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you can write right online.
Yeah,
like kind of a Zoom thing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. What other things can we do?
Right now that's what we've got coming. There is a national songwriter competition that is going to be coming out late summer and move through the fall. It's quite unique. There are some industry professionals, so I won't throw names out right now, that'll be listening.
Next time.
They won't be listening, but you'll be able to meet with them. Bring them to Nashville, win the guitar, all of those kinds of things, but get to meet with them about the industry. So those are coming out, and we'll also include them in a live write, so they could come in and do a live rights filming.
So you get a chance maybe to write with some...
Right, so it's a songwriter competition, not a song contest. So everything that's out there is a song contest. Yeah. And anybody...
And there's always money to enter, right?
Yeah. So anybody could write a great song at least once, but... A songwriter competition, this is a 3-stage. They have to write 3 different songs. It goes through 3 different stages. They're judged on different things.
Incredible.
And so from that, then as it gets weeded down, the top 3 will be awarded, and the top one for sure will be in Nashville, meeting with industry professionals and being a live rights taping and those kinds of things. So we're excited about that.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
So let me ask. From the inside, that you talked about that back door they come in. So what is their incentive to come in and discover these unsigned writers?
Just they can come in through and search through thematic tagging
And you are looking for unsigned writers.
Yes, right? Yes. These are unsigned writers. Again, the songwriters, these are demos. The songwriter has to own their own publishing. Anything outside of that, we don't allow it on the system. So it's, an industry professional like I've referred to who's part of what we're doing right now, and they're trying to find a particular song for a particular artist that they represent, they'll be able to do that. And through thematic tagging, they can enter in any kind of information to say, hey, we're looking for a song about a pickup truck and a red dirt road and whatever that is. And,
I get one of those, right?
It will pull that out. It's a Christmas song. It's, whatever genre it is. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it goes out and they say, well, I might be interested in that.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's very good. Man, I don't know where to go from here. I just want to tell people that right now it's the beta version and it's free to sign up. And I think you ought to go and do that. Create your profile, start uploading things. This is going to blow up big time. I really think it is. I think you've got a great concept here, and it's something that you want to get in on right now, folks. I want to play another song. This one here was just sent to me. I heard a little bit of it. This is Elizabeth Eckert. Is she singing this one?
Yeah, it's Elizabeth Eckert.
She's an amazing songwriter in this town.
Yeah. And 3 other fine songwriters that are on it too. And I believe, is it Jericho?
Oh, Jericho, love her.
Yeah. And Karen, I can't remember Karen's name. Okay. Elizabeth Eckert, Karen Fraden, Kelly McKay, and Jericho.
And Jericho.
Cole, yeah.
I saw Jericho at the Songwriter Fest in Key West. She was amazing. Yeah. Yeah, and I've written with her. She's an amazing singer and songwriter. Okay, so let's play this. Here it is.
Cup of coffee on the bedside table.
This is her singing.
On the mirror saying, have a good day.
What a voice.
Never mind when I keep you waiting. Always got a bottle of my rosé. A couple months of being us, we've been taking it slow. But if you're thinking what I'm thinking, baby, I know. 'Cause I see it when you're looking right at me. Feel it with your arms wrapped around me. Where you're taking me, swear it's making me so damn happy, so damn happy. It's in the way you say my name and how we dance slow to a fast song playing. You haven't even said those words yet, but my heart's already hurt it. You're painting me into your future, taking me back to your hometown. Every day I'm getting closer to finding out how sweet it'll sound. 'Cause I see it when you're looking right at me. Feel it with your arms wrapped around me. Where you're taking me, swear it's making me so damn happy, so damn happy. It's in the way you say my name and how we dance slow to a fast song playing. They haven't even said those words yet, but my heart's already hurt it in so many ways. Every single day, can't wait for when you finally say what I see when you're looking right at me. What I feel with your arms wrapped around me. Where you're taking me, swear it's making me so damn happy, so damn happy. It's in the way you say my name and how we dance slow to a fast song playing. You haven't even said those words yet, but my heart's already hurt it. My heart's already hurt it.
So with Okie Muse, you'll be able to hear great songs like that written by real songwriters, right? The undiscovered songwriters. And that's actually incredible. And that's also an AI version, huh?
It is.
I was thinking that was Elizabeth or Jericho.
The vocals was AI, and the soundtrack was. Wow. The girls wrote the song from start to finish. In fact, the first 50 minutes of that live write was them discussing their ideas.
Okay.
And so before even a chord was struck on the piano, they were all talking about their different ideas and the concepts and things and how's it going to apply and all of it. It's fascinating to watch. Yeah.
So let's talk about it. It was Jericho.
Yeah.
One name artist.
Jericho Cole, Kelly McKay, Karen Fraden, and Elizabeth Eckert.
Elizabeth Eckert, who is just amazing. Great. So it looks like you're really providing a platform and a way to improve as a writer too.
Yeah.
Because you know what, if you're listening to this, you're going to grow as a writer. If you're going to watch things like live writes, you're going to grow as a writer.
Absolutely.
Every time I sit down and a co-write, I swear I take away something that I've learned something. You know, and so imagine what that would be for you. You know, just watching, you're almost like a fly on the wall, which I think is so cool. Yeah. I don't think that concept has been done before.
Well, good.
Yeah,
we'll be the first.
Absolutely. Okay. So once again, let's talk about how do we find you. It's all launching this summer, but there's a version right now. You can get your own profile and start uploading songs, right?
So the 3 legs of the stool are already there. And so you can go to the Okie Muse site if you're a songwriter. You sign up through there. Mm-hmm. It's free for right now. And it's gonna go to a subscription base this summer. But you'll be able to upload your demos. You'll be able to create your own profile, your own bios. You can let fans know who you are.
Great.
You can let fans know why you wrote a particular song. And then, of course, the backstage pass is the other leg of the stool where the industry is going to be able to listen. They're listening now.
They're listening now?
They're listening now. And so that is already available. All the other things that we discussed, all the good fun things that are coming that we're doing will roll out here shortly in the next many weeks and months.
Looks like you got it all covered, including like you're going to have your own little radio on. Huh? Yeah. You can spin the songs.
Yeah. So what you're talking about there is we're looking at on the top 20 countdown when that happens is having a AI generated DJ, and so we already got his name. His name is Algorithm. So we're looking at doing that and having him spin the top 20 or at least the top 5 of the top 20.
That's fantastic. What a great idea.
A lot of fun.
Algorithm. LG rhythm. I love it. It's fantastic. Yeah, give it to the algorithm guys. There you go. I love it. Absolutely a great idea. And right now, free to charge, no charge right now. Eventually there's going to be, but you can create your own profile, start uploading songs, and going for it, folks. People that write and they say, I just don't want to get my songs heard. Well, now you have a way.
Right. But, you know, the one thing that I will tell people is the one thing that remains true and always remains true is the best song wins.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to sharpen your skills. Mm-hmm. You got to practice and put out a really good song. And I would also say, too, is if you're trying to submit songs or write for a particular artist, listen to their music.
Yeah.
You know, don't try to write something that they typically probably would not sing. Try to write toward what they would sing. So if it's a country artist and it has a rock anthem behind it, but they're country, then write that way for them because that's typically what they're wanting.
Yeah. So. You get pro tips and things like that too on the show.
It's coming in the future. Yeah, some of the industry professionals you're going to be able to see on the site. They'll be on there. We also have seminars that we'll be doing
online seminars
in different cities. These will be live seminars that songwriters will be able to go to. Industry professionals and writers will be up on stage. They'll be able to listen to them. Music festivals. We're going to be doing many of those around the country. Okie Music is going to sponsor a lot of writers' rounds around the country to get more songwriters. After the first live write was done, we had so many people that wanted to, how do I do this in my town? How can I do a writer's round in my town? So we're going to do that the best we can and help sponsor it, help get the word out and grow those things in those towns for songwriters to have a place to go and do writers' rounds in various cities.
I've often said it on this show, you can do that in your hometown. You know, find a little place that you can set up writers' rounds, have meetings, critique songs, try to get better. That's what we did in Cincinnati. And then we were able to get the attention of songwriters here in Nashville, and we did our own music festival. And we used to bring some pretty heavy hitters up, and that's how this show really began. It began as a TV show in Cincinnati on cable TV called the Nashville Songwriters Connection. And every time we had a hit writer in, we would tape an episode. So, but you can do this, and I know that's true because we have a gentleman in Ireland that wrote and said, "I've created my own little writing group." And I think that's great. Barry, if you're listening, I'm so proud of what you're doing, and send me an update of what's happening. And join Okie Muse. Please do.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
anything else you want to add?
No, I just want to say a special thank you to the hundreds of writers that are currently on the site.
Wow.
It has been good for us in testing and beta testing to make sure that we're getting all our T's crossed and our I's dotted to make sure we're putting out a wonderful product. We appreciate them being the first ones on the system. And so, no, we're excited. We're ready for this to come out and let the world see it and be part of it.
Tell you what, folks, it's for real. They've got big people, big money behind them, and this is something you need to look into. I'm telling you right now. Thank you for joining us on the Songwriter Connection podcast. Right on, everybody. Thank you, Charlie.
That's a wrap from the dining room table. Thanks for joining the conversation and chasing the music with us. From Nashville, Tennessee, this is the Songwriter Connection, the award-winning elite music podcast of the year, connecting the songs and the people who write them.